Hi, it's Beverly Drum from Nectar of Life. And look, I've got my little Yub Yum sculpture with me today to show you Yub Yum, masculine and feminine principles in divine union. And why have I got this to show you? Well, after I made the first little video clip about yogasms, suddenly occurred to me that I'd missed something out that you might have suddenly thought about or become curious about when you watch the first video, which is, okay, so I can have this experience of Kundalini rising, of having a Kundalini energy gasm, a whole body orgasm, just through becoming aware of and moving the sexual energy in my body, and it's a wonderful experience and it's part of my awakening. But can I have that then with another person? In a sexual encounter, because I really kind of emphasized the fact that this could happen in a purely non-sexual way. Well, the answer is yes. So I wanted to just talk about that a little bit today. Now, just so you know, yes, I'm trained to facilitate sexual awakening for women. Yes, I'm a tantric practitioner who's attended quite a few tantric workshops. Yes, I've studied, read, and practiced quite a bit in this realm of sacred sexuality. However, don't take everything I tell you as truth. This is just my perspective. This is just my experience. So, go if it sparks your interest or your curiosity or questions, please feel free to contact me, but also go online, look online, and do some more research of your own. So anyway, Kundalini orgasms. Can we have them with another in a sexual context or in a non-sexual context? Actually, answer is yes, we can. So those same practices that I spoke about in the first video about yogasms, we can be doing for ourselves and then in exchange with another person. So that whole process of becoming aware of your body, of watching and directing the flow of your breath, of visualizing and or becoming aware of the movement of your sexual energy and your subtle energy in your body and through your energy centers, your chakras, the use of body locks, such as the mulband, the root lock, where you clench and tighten your anus, your sex organs, your navel point, and imagine your Kundalini energy moving up through the center of your body. All of those practices, as well as particular movements of your body, such as the movement that we use in Kundalini Yoga, which is not showing you the whole thing here now, but like a forwards and backwards flexion of the spine, particularly the lower spine. Inhaling as we flex forward, the tilting the lower spine back, exhaling as we round the lower spine back. Those kinds of movements can all stimulate our Kundalini energy, and we can do that practice seated opposite another with whom we choose and decide to come into this interaction with in a sacred context of a ritual exchange of energy. So we can be doing this fully clothed. We can be sitting opposite another, and we can be becoming aware of that energy within our own bodies, and then we can begin to exchange that energy from one to the other, such that if you're working, for example, in a male-female couple, which you don't have to be, this can work with same-sex couples as well, but in Tantra we often work with the polarity of masculine energy and feminine energy, one being giver, one being receiver. So if we're working on that principle of exchange, for example, the masculine representative or the masculine energy or the man, they don't necessarily go together, might be breathing out and visualizing energy traveling out from his lingam, his penis, although they're not actually making physical contact, and the woman might be inhaling, breathing in, imagining his energy entering through her yoni or her vagina and traveling up to her heart, out through her heart. He receives into his heart, down through the central channel back to his lingam and out. So that kind of channel of energy exchange can be set up. But we can be doing it really at any point. So it can be going from crown to crown, it can be going from heart to heart, from sex to sex. So that kind of practice is quite common in tantric meditation rituals. And in that exchange, it's quite common for both parties to also experience Kundalini rising or rippling or energy gasms just through that exchange of sexual energy, which can be done naked or fully clothed and without any sexual touching whatsoever. So that's one level on which it can occur, and it can be an incredibly blissful and beautiful and heart-opening and connecting experience. It doesn't mean that you need to be in relationship with that other person. It doesn't mean that there is then anything that needs to subsequently occur. This can be done simply as a meditation practice where two conscious people come together and make this a meditation together of love and honoring of the divine in one another. However, one can also then do this in lovemaking. So when coming together with your beloved, with your partner, there you can activate one another's Kundalini energy and sexual energy through conscious touch. So simply through touching with love and with presence and with awareness, that sexual and subtle energy can be activated by touch anywhere on the body, actually, especially if your partner is already quite awakened or sensitive to energy. There are, of course, specific trigger points that can activate the energy, such as a point on the lower spine, but I'm not going to go into the details of that now, but just to say, so yes, through sensual touch, the energy can also be activated. This is very different to what might be a common experience for quite a few people in terms of what I would call sort of straight non-tantric sex, where the goal is often to proceed to orgasm as quickly as possible, or to stimulating what is believed to be the sort of the typical sexual spots like breasts, nipples, genitals, yoni, vagina, lingam, penis, and sort of missing out the whole of the rest of the body. In my experience, once again, once one is open to this kind of energy flow, the whole body, and not just the skin, but if one's very sensitive beyond the skin, is sensitive to presence, love, and awareness. So just for example, a very, very, very delicate touch on the collarbone or the side of the neck or the cheek could be incredibly arousing. So this kind of touch has no goal to bring a person to orgasm as quickly as possible. It doesn't follow a routine or a prescribed or familiar script. It's very much a process of being fully present in the moment, of embodying your sexual energy and opening your heart and just following what you feel to do in that very moment with a clear mind, an empty mind really, and just experiencing and then responding to whatever is happening in the moment, and having the sensitivity to notice what is happening for your partner in any given moment. Now again, in tantric practice, we're often working with polarity of masculine and feminine, so that is needed for arousal to occur, because if both parties are in their feminine, it's unlikely that arousal will occur. But anyway, so I'm kind of going into a bit too much detail there. But suffice to say that with that kind of touch, the sexual energy can be awakened. And then what can happen as one goes into full union, when say for example man and woman then unite, so when he finally inserts his lingam into the yoni and they are together, and it might not be in this position, but this is a classic tantric position of divine union, of sacred sexual union, and their energies can then begin to merge at all levels, at all energy centers, and they can begin to exchange energy together while in union. And that then can begin to raise sexual energy for both parties. and become an incredibly transcendent, opening, blissful experience of love and oneness, which creates an incredibly deep and sacred bond between those two individuals. So, of course, again, like I said, it doesn't have to be in this position. You can be making love in all kinds of positions for this to occur, but it really just changed the nature of lovemaking completely. What one can then experience is that time stops, and it's as if the two individuals who are making love become merged. So the energy bodies merge, and one has a sense of losing oneself in that union, in that merger. Time can stop, and lovemaking can proceed for hours on end without any sense of physical exhaustion at all, because the energy just keeps on flowing. That's my own personal experience anyhow. So yeah, you can experience this beautiful energygasm, Kundalini rising experience with another in divine sacred sexual union. If you have any questions, please contact me. Go to my website, www.nectaroflife.co.uk. I'll be very happy to speak to you and answer any questions that you might have. If it sparked your interest, go online and Google. There's all kinds of amazing other resources about Tantra, about sacred sexual lovemaking. So I just hope this has answered a few more questions for you and piqued your curiosity a little bit about the heights to which lovemaking can ascend for everybody. Lots of love for now. Bye-bye.